Hello there and welcome along. The Gardener Ben here with today's companion plant, and today I've chosen this absolutely stunning type of salvia. This is a woody or shrubby salvia known as Salvia Blue Note, producing these absolutely extraordinary rich violet blue flowers all the way from the beginning of June to the very end of October. This particular group of salvias was made popular several years ago by new additions such as Royal Bumble and Hot Lips, but this new blue variety is absolutely extraordinary and mixes well in the garden alongside other roses and lots of cottage garden perennials. This particular variety coming up to around 50 centimeters tall and around 50 centimeters wide, and preferring a location in the garden in full sun or very lightly dappled shade, but most importantly on a warm and free draining soil. This particular plant won't tolerate a wet, cold or waterlogged soil during the winter. So when you plant this particular salvia, do pay close attention to making some amendments to your soil, much like you would do if you were planting lavender. Dig a really nice big hole, break up the soil and incorporate a little bit of horticultural grit or some sharp sand just to give it a little bit of extra drainage during the winter months. But as you can see, absolutely beautiful. The foliage, if you rub it ever so slightly, it produces a really nice savory aroma, obviously being related heavily to the common sage, and its flowers are absolutely adored by flying pollinators and are packed full of nectar and pollen. So you'll find these simply abuzz with pollinators all the way through the summer months. This particular plant will mix really well with other roses in the garden. Maybe you want to plant it alongside Rose Twilight Zone, which is its very distinctive coloured flowers, or maybe the now retired or discontinued Darcy Bustle from David Austin Roses. They mix really beautifully together. But there are lots and lots of different types of salvia for you to plant alongside your roses in the garden. Say everything from very vivid and bright reds all the way through to soft yellows and creams. But the one I've chosen today is Salvia Blue Note, which is a really beautiful one. A little bit frost tender. This one will go down to around -15. You should remove spent flowers, but just by nibbling off the tips just as it finishes flowering in the beginning of October, and then leave the plant alone to overwinter. Once it's overwintered and you get to the mid part of spring, so anywhere from the last 2 weeks of March through to the beginning of April, then give it a really light clip. Take the stems back to just where it's starting to sprout from. The plant will tell you exactly what it needs and exactly what it wants. It will start to produce new growth from where it's overwintered from, and you can simply take your shears to it and give it a light pruning in the beginning part of April just to tidy it up. A quite short-lived plant. This one will only live in the garden for around 5 or 6 years, normally before it gets too big, and normally like a ceanothus or a rock rose will simply fall over and die. But don't take it personally, just replace it with another plant by incorporating plenty of organic matter back into the location, and obviously a little bit more horticultural grit. But today's companion plant is Salvia Blue Note.